Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be speaking about the 1927 peace dollar and go over the history of the specific coin as well as the greater peace dollar series, the values of 1927 and what makes it special. Then there's one VAM, it's basically a variety. You're going to want to look closely on the coin for something that makes it worth a lot more. Then we'll cover some mint errors, including a 1927 one. So we'll just start with a quick overview. You can sort of pause to look at the key dates, but the design emerged from a competition that was used to commemorate peace following World War I. So during World War I, there were some rumors spread, especially in India by the Germans, that the British could not redeem any of their guarantees, that they didn't have the silver to do so. And the British asked to purchase from the US a bunch of silver so that they would not have any problems doing so. It caused the price of silver to go up, and basically the states said, sure, we'll give you a bunch of silver under the Pittman Act. We'll basically just sell it to you for the cost of silver plus the copper in the coins, because they're 10% copper, and the cost of shipping them to you, sort of as a strategic move. And so it lasted through 1928. The coin switched from a high relief to a low relief, though this was well after that happened, and then they resumed striking a little bit in 1934 and 1935, but these coins mostly were circulating in the western United States, especially the later dates, as people liked the hard money instead of the paper there. And that basically brings us to the end of that. For the specifics on the 1927 peace dollar, a lot of them are weakly struck. The whole San Francisco Mint as the whole has problems striking coins in terms of the quality, not great luster. Often the dies are spaced apart, so it's either weak luster or satiny luster, though it is worse than 1926. It's not quite as bad as sort of the start of San Francisco. They started in 1922. The 27S was uncommon through 1949, as a lot of these coins didn't get released for a long time. They'd sort of sit around in 1,000 coin bags. There were enough of those released where it sort of offset the rarity. This is not a super rare coin, but there's also a lot more minted in other dates compared to the 1927 So any higher mint state coins are pretty rare. And that's reflected here. I mean, you can see that even in mint state 63, it's $550. A lot of them are going to be, not even, $200, well under that sort of level. So the mintage under $1 million, 866,000, also quite low. These are still rare coins, and especially with those strike quality, you see mint state 65, $7,000, when in some more common years, it's just a few $100 for mint state 65, and that 66 is sort of the highest end, just a super, super rare coin for the date and mint mark. In terms of the VAMs, this is really the only in the top 50 or the elite 30. Those are the two main peace dollar VAM lists, and you can see here, it's not a massive amount of premium, but it's a little bit certainly above the average, and you're going to see some double leaves. You can see a little bit in there. It's not extremely doubled again, but it certainly does have some separation sort of up there and in a few other spots along the coin, maybe under that leaf. That's something to do a little more research on. And then here is a mint error. So this one was struck through some sort of it's not super clear what it is, but this was AU55, sold a long time and was cleaned. Only sold for $55, but still, you can find struck through stuff. That was the only 27S that we could find, but this is a really nice example of a broad struck coin, meaning that the coin was not held within the retaining collar, and the metal sort of spreads out far beyond the initial impression of where the design goes. This one sold for over $7,000 in an AU58. And then this one is a cracked Planchet, so it circulated XF45, but sometimes there's metal impurities or the metal is just too brittle for whatever reason. The Planchet cracks a bit. This had a nice premium up to $130, though it was a 2060 different date and mint mark, but again, that's something conceivable to find, so also be on the lookout for mint errors or just collect them. They're fun to know about. So whether it's the mint errors, the VAMs, or the just general history on this coin, hope that you learned a lot, and I've got some more videos coming up in the future about all the different dates and mint marks. There's so much history and individuality among them, so looking forward to seeing you on those videos. Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to like the video, comment, and make sure to subscribe to my channel. And I also have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and some other social media platforms. You can also go to my main channel website, treasuretown.yt.com, to learn more about the channel and sort of stay in contact. I also will eventually host all of these videos on coinsmetalscards.com, which will be both news, marketplace, and coin information. I do have the goal of eventually getting pretty much every US coin, date, mint mark, denomination on the channel with a similar video to the one that you just watched, and that will likely all be hosted there. And then I also have treasuretowncoins.com, which is sort of my coin dealing wing, coin dealing only entity that is a little bit less focused on content production. So thank you so much, and I'll look forward to seeing you on some of my other videos. I also have videos that are not just the date, mint mark, denomination recap in this format, so you can check some of those out, and I'll have fun seeing you there.